Hello everybody, this is Dino Maddalone and welcome back to the Ask Dino Show. And this is Greg Wright sitting right next to me.
Yes, that's who I am.
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Good, right? Brother. How you doing?
Oh, good. Well, let's first talk about this. This is his new record. It's called Big Dog Barkin', and the reason I'm holding this up right now is he got a fantastic review today. Tell us about the review.
Oh, that's Vintage Guitar Magazine.
Yeah.
And yeah, that came out online today.
You got to listen to this record. If you want some kicking ass blues, this is the one right here. Tonight, I would say that this is probably one of the most important shows we've ever done.
I would agree.
It's all about rock for vets. Now, this gentleman that we're going to bring up here has been a friend of mine for a very long time. He's actually a rock star himself. He had a big hit back in the 70s. We're going to talk about that. I think he's more of a rock star because he's a Vietnam War vet. He fought in Vietnam. There's a new program that he's developed, and we're going to talk about. That's the main thing tonight. It's called Rock for Vets, and it's helping our vets through music. So he not only talks the talk, he walks the walk. We've got the great Jerry Salas with us tonight. Ask Dino Show coming at you right now. Mr. Jerry Salas, everybody. Jerry, thanks for coming down, brother. All right.
Thanks for asking.
Okay.
Thanks for asking, man. Damn. There you go.
And thank you for your service, by the way. You talk the talk, you walk the walk, and very few do that these days. Let's talk about your hit song for a second. I want to go back and just talk because the song, your song is a song that keeps on going. It's one of those songs that even kids these days, when they hear it, they go, "I know that song." I've had the pleasure of doing videos for some of Jerry's concerts. When Tell Her She's Lovely comes on, the place goes berserk. Jerry, he has played shows in his career with Marvin Gaye, with ZZ Top, with the Temptations, Ted Nugent, War, and the Jacksons, and probably a gazillion other. And El Chicano, by the way, he was in El Chicano, one of the OGs of El Chicano, I would say, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
What was the year that you got into El Chicano?
I joined 1973. They had already had 3 albums out and had 2 hit singles already by the time I joined. So I was grateful to be asked.
And El Chicano is it still going? Are you still
going?
Yes.
Oh yeah. We this last summer we opened the LA Fair with War on Cinco de Mayo, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, you guys are the holy grail of Latin pop rock. Let's talk about what you're doing now with this Rock for Vets. I think it's probably the coolest thing. And how did you guys come to do this?
Well, I had been working with Frank. We were doing inner city school music programs in Long Beach, and it lasted 6 weeks. And when it ended, we really dug working with each other. And for whatever reason, Sal Rodriguez, the drummer for War, calls me up.
I know who that is.
Hey man, come with me. We're gonna see a concert. And I go, oh, okay, cool. So we went to the LA Fair, and it was the Doobie Brothers and Grand Funk. I knew that Tommy Johnston and the Doobs were doing something up north and donating the money to the vets, and I thought it was such a great idea, you know. And I talked to Tommy about it, and I said, hey, how did you get this going on? So he gave me a lot of information, and the next day I called Frank, and I said, Frank, blah 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 blah, we should do something in LA, you know? And he said, well, I live in Long Beach and there's this huge veteran hospital here in Long Beach. I'll go ask, you know?
Okay.
It took us about 6 months of back and forth from Washington and everything to get okay. And we started it there as a choir. And that was a little over 13 years ago. And from there, we got donations from guitars, drums. Somebody donated a PA, and so we were able to teach
These are private,
other things.
Private owners.
Yeah. Private owners and music stores. Boeing jumped on board. Toyota jumped on board.
Oh, okay.
So
you got some sponsorship.
We got some sponsorship, which allowed us to keep the program going. In fact, Toyota donated a brand new bus to us to carry the vets around and our equipment. And
this is serious.
Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you.
How many people are involved? How many of the veterans right now are involved in this?
Right now, we probably got between 20 and 30, because they come and go, you know. And we.
How often do you get together?
Every Monday before the pandemic started, we were doing it. We started doing a Zoom with all the vets, just to keep in touch, to make sure they were all still good and, you know, excited about music and stuff. I would come down, and I still do once a month at least, and record with the rhythm section. Send the songs to the vets, and they put their own parts on it with the phones. Awesome. Send it back, and then we mix it, and we send that off to our sponsors. What I love is taking them out into the community and playing live for the community, and they get that offness of playing live for the first time.
They're getting the love back.
They get the love.
I saw some of the interviews of some of the people, ladies and men, with some interviews, and they were like, you know, they were like ecstatic that they're able to show their talent. What is the main difference that you can see, like maybe if somebody's like really not doing well, and all of a sudden they start doing this music, and is it like totally obvious to you? It's like, oh, this is working for this person.
I've seen it over and over again. Really? I mean, I've had vets come in that basically don't even want to talk much, you know? They're just sitting there, you're observing. All of a sudden they start, you can see them moving a little bit. And I've had vets come in who were just coming off being homeless, man, and off, you know, meth and whatever, you know? And we get them involved in the program, and they have a purpose now.
I think the key word, Greg and I were talking about is purpose.
There you go.
It's purpose, right?
We all gotta have purpose, man.
Gotta have purpose.
There you go. Reason to get up and get out of bed in the morning is huge.
I read about that. You're like the coach. You're like the guy.
I'm the head coach.
You're the head coach.
Yeah, I'm the head coach.
So now, does that mean that you designate, or do you do hands-on, or both?
I do both. For Veterans Day, we played on the ISS Iowa for Veterans Day.
That's right here in Long Beach.
Right here, San Pedro. What I love is that some of them go out and start their own bands now. They're out playing. And, you know, I was talking to one of my vets, and came up to me, and he says, you know why we dig what you're doing? I go, what's that? And he says, because we know you're a Vietnam vet yourself. And you know
we interrupt the Ring of the Ass Dino show, Untold Tales from the Vault.
We were on the road in Texas, and we're talking 74, I guess, maybe 75. And we were doing our own tour, and then we got another date to do with this other band. And so we went and showed up, and it was ZZ Top.
Oh.
And I had never heard of ZZ Top at that point. Honestly. I just didn't, you know.
Don't tell Billy Gibbons.
Well, that's part of the story. Okay. So we show up, and, you know, they set us up and everything. We're getting ready to play. And I'm in the dressing room and tuning the guitar and just waiting, you know. And then walks this cat with the very first El Chicano album, you know, with Viva Tirado on it, you know. And he walks up to me, man, and he goes, hey, man. And I go, I'm tuning. I go, yeah. And he says, you guys gonna play Viva Tirado tonight? Of course, man. That's, you know, first hit record, you know. Oh, man, that's cool. Will you sign this for me?
Don't tell me it was Billy.
And I go, sure, bro. You know, what's your name? Billy. I go, all right, good luck, Billy. JERRY Salas. Give him the album. And he looks at it, he goes, cool, man. And he starts to walk away. And as he's walking away, one of my road crews walking in, and he sees him, you know, and he looks at him like this, and he walks up to me, and he goes, do you know who that was? Do you know who that was? And I'm tuning my guitar, and I go, I don't know. He just said his name was Billy.
This has been Untold Tales from the Vault.
Besides this, what are you doing? What's going on? Because I know you're still gigging. I know you've got jobs. I know that you're always in demand. So tell me what's going on with you.
Well, El Chicano's still going. You know, we fly out, you know. Before the pandemic, I was flying out probably every weekend almost to go do shows. And
amazing.
I've been doing some solo shows with a really great musician. His name is Rudy Paris.
Oh, I know Rudy.
And he was on The Voice. He was on Blake Shelton's team. Yeah. And man, this guy can sing, play drums, bass, unbelievable guitar player. What I'm doing is album cuts off of El Chicano, and I have a solo CD also.
Okay.
And I'm doing cuts off of that and album cuts off of the El Chicano albums that we probably haven't played live in 30 years, but I get requests for these songs.
How can people contact you? What can they do to
Musicisthememedy.org.
Okay, we'll have a
their information is there. The program is called Rock for Vets.
Right.
But if you want information, go to that, musicisthememedy.org. And if you know a vet that needs some love and needs some help and wants to participate, please send them to that link, and we'll get in touch. If they want to come on down. And that's what we're here for.
We got to close up. And, Jerry Salas, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough for your service and what you're doing for these vets. It is so called for now, and I just can't thank you enough, brother, and I appreciate you coming down.
Man, thank you for asking, brother. I
Anytime,
really appreciate it, man.
This is Dino Maddalone, the Ask Dino Show, and thank you for watching.
Hey everybody, this is Dino. We love bringing these new shows to you. They are totally free. We ask one simple favor. Please hit the subscribe button below, which is also totally free. Leave us a message and hit the like button. It means the world to us. Thank you.